Hey friends, it's Steve Havill, coach, consultant, and ambassador sharing the love. This week, I want to talk about two powerful, badass questions. What matters most? And what's the matter? See, these are two sides of the same coin. I love these two questions. Love, love, love it, because it gets right at the heart of what's important to you and what's in the way. See, it really represents what matters most. Let's talk about that first. It really represents, what is it that you value the most? What is it that you find that's most meaningful in your life? And are you getting that? Are you getting enough of that? Are you moving in a direction to have that be your experience on an ongoing basis? Are you making it a top priority? Then when we flip the script, we turn the hand over, we talk about what's the matter? That's really about having a truth session with yourself, keeping it real with yourself and saying look, what is in the way? What are my limiting beliefs? What kind of stinking thinking do I have? What kind of views about life are not serving me? That's the mental part of it. Then there's the abilities part, the physical part, the physicality, the skills and the competencies. What kind of things could I learn? Do I need to learn to deliver on the things that matter most to me? And then the third part is, what type of next level of commitment, discipline, and consistent action is it going to take to break through, to bust through what's the matter and get to what matters most? And I think the challenge is, at least for me and for so many people that I've talked to and worked with over the years, is this: we don't stop and think about it. We don't ask these two powerful questions that could completely tip the future trajectory of our life. It's a great, awesome opportunity because there's this gap, this tension that happens, this unsettledness, and it's a gift. It feels like uncomfortable and not good, but the tension is much like stretching a rubber band. There's strength, there's power there. You got to harness that tension and look at the gap between what matters most and what's the matter. What is it that you truly want? What's the future that could be? And how do you put that into play? That's the challenge. I want to throw three different actions, three challenges at you this week to take on, to play with, and to have some fun with. So first is looking at what matters most. To really look at what you value the most in life. What's most important to you? What are you most passionate about in your relationships, in terms of the possessions and the things in life that are going to make you happy, that you know are going to create that space that you can contribute even greater and make your difference even bigger? And what contributions do you want to make? How do you want to serve in the world? How do you want to share your gifts, your love, your impact in a meaningful way that's going to have you feel like, yeah, that's so juicy, that's so good, it feels so amazing to be able to get out and shine my light and do what I do? So that's this whole area of what matters most. That's the first piece of the challenge this week. The second piece is, what's the matter? Do a little self-assessment, do a gap assessment, take a personal inventory. What's the mental stuff? What kind of stinking thinking do you have, as my grandma used to say? What kind of limiting beliefs or beliefs about the world aren't serving you? And you know that you think about it. It's a reoccurring thought. That if you're willing to challenge it, if you're willing to dig into your psychology a little bit and to be able to really look at and through those things and say, what's the new interpretation I can create? How do I think up? How do I next level that old stinking thinking, those limiting beliefs, that mental challenge? That's a big part. Second part is the physicality. Not only the getting things done and the skills and the competencies that are going to help you deliver on and experience all of that, all of what you want and the full measure of what's possible in your life. But it's also about your physicality, your body. What is holding you back in terms of your physical limitations? And what can you do? What actions can you take on that are going to move the needle to help you move in a more efficient way towards what matters most? And put those things into place. Small, consistent, iterative action. That's the secret sauce, my friends. You know that. And the third thing is, what's the matter in terms of financial? What are the roadblocks? What are the stumbling blocks? What are the, getting back to mental, what are your thoughts about money? How do you believe the way the world is, the way the economy is, the way that money is? And can you challenge that? What opportunities, what things do you need to create in terms of financial abundance and flow to support the things that matter most, to support you in making your biggest difference? All right, and here's the third thing. Put together a plan of action. Even if it's just a rough sketch and you start working on it and iterating it forward, it's about taking those small, consistent daily and weekly actions that are gonna move the needle. They're gonna help you show up the way that you choose to in the world. So that action plan, if you're struggling with that, pick up a book, get on a coaching call, find a coach, find a mentor, find a support group, go to a meetup group, find somewhere where you can plug it in, get connected to a resonant community that's thinking about the same stuff so that you can move towards what matters most in your life. That's this week's message, my friend. Remember these two powerhouse questions. What matters most and what's the matter? And then get into the diagnostics. Get into that gap assessment. Make that impact in your life by focusing on these two really important questions. That's this week's message. If you'd like it, hit the like button, hit the share button, leave a comment below. And until next week, you know what to do. Share the love, keep it real, and live your dream today.